Welcome to the School of Architecture's 2020 Commencement. I'm Michelle Addington, Dean of the School of Architecture at the University of Texas at Austin, and I extend my congratulations to each and every one of you who is graduating today, and my gratitude to all who have supported you in this long endeavor. I may not be able to see your faces or shake your hands, but my memory of you will remain indelibly etched, as this is the most unusual of ceremonies in the most unusual of times. One of the words we hear most often during this time period is normal. We hear it used in many different ways. As a defined state, for example, we need to get back to normal, or as an enveloping status quo, such as in how these are normal ups and downs, corrections and adjustments, as we have seen time and time again throughout history. And then there is the ever-popular new normal. From what I've been reading, the new normal is actually just the old normal, but with face masks and even more things accessed online. I assume that much of the reason for the repeated use of the word normal is to instill a sense that there is an inherent order in our world, a way that things are supposed to be, and that no matter what the storm or how buffeted about we are, that our ship will always steady itself, that we should find comfort in the inertia and safety of the normal, that all is right in the world when things are normal. We should note that normal almost always refers to some past condition, when things were better, whether that was yesterday or in the 1950s. Even the new normal reflects the past, and that the new part of it almost always refers to a sense of loss in comparison to what normal used to be. So, not normal means loss. It represents change. It embodies unpredictability. It is unknowability. We cling to that which we know. We hew closely to the methods that worked for us before, so we expect them to give us a dependable and repeatable roadmap. We are not lost when things are normal. If normal is indeed safe, steady, predictable, then it is also the provenance of privilege and exclusivity. Only those who have can suffer loss. Only those whose lives are stable can be destabilized. There are not many in this world who can afford to isolate themselves from change. But if there is anything at all in this world that is a constant, we know it is change. So I think we need a new word for that which we strive for that which we yearn for. Not one of a static past state, not one based on repetition, yet one that does build upon a constituent core rather than on a contingent flux of circumstances. I'm thinking of the word endurance. That which is normal holds on to a set of strictures, descriptions, prescriptions as a barricade against change, but that which endures flows and expands through seas upon seas of ever-changing waters. There is any set of disciplines that are the philosophers, the purveyors, and the producers of endurance, then it is those that comprise our school. We understand ancient civilizations from the traces that remain of their urban form. We still teach architecture from Vitruvius' 2,000-year-old text, De Architectura. The public spaces that we've created form the scaffolding for how we engage with each other. Our cities and our building fabric encode the cultural memories of societies. Our landscapes and infrastructure guide occupation and development across multiple spatial and temporal scales. And we carry enormous responsibility for the health, safety, and welfare of the populace, just as we are also the ones who craft the most intimate and individual of experiences. If the rest of the world is hoping for a return to the past, a retrenchment to normalcy, we are the ones charting the path forward. We are continually building upon that which endures, that which provides the framework for all in the past, all that is now, and all that will be in the future. So we are not normal. We are extraordinary. You are extraordinary. And it is such an honor for me to share this day with you as you give me such hope. And we will see each other again. So let's start celebrating your incredible accomplishments. On with the show.
Hi, my name's Kate, and I'm graduating from the 5-year undergraduate program at UTSOA. I have so many amazing memories from this school that I can't even begin to name them all, but One of my funniest memories would be the first week of freshman year. We were asked to cast a rockite model. And for those of you that don't know, this was a 20-pound oddly shaped piece of concrete that's probably still sitting in your bedroom, like mine is. And as freshmen who had no idea how to build models or any experience working with concrete, it was really funny to see all of the models lined up the next day, as many of them had exploded and busted out of their casts. And the professors were really nice because we were freshmen. They would turn them on their side and say, "Oh, very interesting." And it's so funny to see how far our model making skills have come in those 5 years, especially once we were allowed to use the laser cutter. It got much, much better. And the staff at UTSOA have been absolutely incredible. I've learned so many lessons from all of them. From Corey Beeg teaching us parametric design and Grasshopper are incredible, to Simon Atkinson's super wise words that are always life lessons. David Heyman teaching us to never ever disgrace our mother by designing a stepped ramp. And Keith Shuley teaching us that we'll probably all get sued. So just get a good lawyer, you know? To all my amazing peers, we've come so far in these 5 years, from line square rectangle assignment in Viscom 1 to the amazing things we're all creating now. And I'm so proud of all of us, and I'm really excited to see what we'll be doing 5 years from now and how much further we'll go. So, hook 'em horns.
Hello, everybody. This is Diego, Master of Architecture, or soon to be. I don't know if this will be played before or after we are given our diplomas. I am talking to you from Houston, Texas, at my girlfriend's house, who's a Texas A&M Aggie. Please don't tell anybody. I just wanted to tune in and say it's been an amazing pleasure and honor to be part of this graduating class of 2020. Particularly my cohort of Master of Architecture students and some of the undergraduate students at UT that I've interacted with as well. It's been a really amazing journey. From late nights in doing construction labs and really helping each other out through, never-ending or till 9 o'clock labs, to the very lively kind of theory discussion-based classes where we spilled our guts out on what postmodernism in architecture means, to the really incredible kind of studio culture and environment that we constantly went through together, while a very challenging, also really rewarding experience. And I couldn't be happier with all the people that I met and forged relationships with, and really just all the amazing things that experiences and viewpoints that we have each brought to the table have been incredibly eye-opening and nourishing. And I wanted to also thank our amazing faculty and staff at UTSOA for all the unique and amazing design opportunities that we've been given. And yeah, to say the least, it's been one of the things I've missed the most this semester has simply been our beautiful UT campus, and particularly Goldsmith Hall. The idea of just walking out to the courtyard to get lunch and catch up with anyone you might run into, or simply walk around studio in the halls and see what everyone is up to, has been a really tough thing to not be able to count on. Nonetheless, we absolutely pulled through and did our very best, and that's why we're here today. So I just want to say congratulations on these amazing 2 or 3 years that we spent. It's been a really pleasure and honor to be your classmate, and I hope that we continue finding reasons and ways to come together, catch up, and stay in touch, and just look back on this amazing formative experience as a time that we really kind of shaped our voices as designers and pursued our interest in the most kind of passionate and heartfelt way. So with that being said, I hope we go all out there and really knock them dead. So hook 'em horns. I'll see y'all real soon. It's been a pleasure.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Stikos and I am a dual degree student in Community and Regional Planning and Latin American Studies. So, one of the parts of being a student in the School of Architecture is that we talk about space. Open space, public space, negative space, residential space, industrial space, even our own personal space. And we're critical of space because space is ultimately charged with meaning. There's a feminist geographer named Doreen Massey who is known for saying that space is always in the process of being made. It's never finished and it's never closed. So she says that we should imagine space as a series of stories thus far. So looking at a landscape, you see stories. And I like that. So I would challenge you, as graduates of the School of Architecture and people who obsess over space, to go forward and to create new stories. Stories that are inclusive and supportive. Stories that provide equal opportunities and life chances. Stories that expose the exploitation of natural resources, the displacement of communities, and the neglect of the poor. Stories that welcome and celebrate immigrants and refugees. Stories that provide affordable housing, sidewalks, clean air and water, and trees. Stories that destigmatize public transportation as something only for the lower classes. Stories that support small-scale agriculture and local food systems. Stories that build bridges instead of walls. Stories that make spaces free from harassment and assault. Stories that are dedicated to those who are already falling behind. Stories that confront systemic violence and inequalities. And stories that put people before profit. So while I don't have great words of wisdom for you, I just encourage all of you to pay attention to the issues that matter to you. Whether that's economic development, school, climate change, prison reform, whatever it is you care about, make sure you fight for it and use your voice. And don't be afraid to infuriate those who are comfortable or to wake those who have been asleep. Thank you and good luck.
To the School of Architecture, class of 2020. We have been through a lot, haven't we? Not only is architecture school an already extremely difficult and grueling feat to pursue, but we have been thrown so many once in maybe a decade curveballs. Is it ideal? No. But each event brought us closer and challenged and pushed us further than we thought was possible. Not one of us is here who does not deserve it. We are passionate, we are driven, and we've become a part of one another through this unusual process. I'll never hear Kelly Clarkson and not see people dancing on their really uncomfortable stools at 2 a.m. I'll never see cardboard and not think of the massive forts built in studio. I can't look at left thumbs without knowing ours have been bonded through the scars of Olfa blades. I'll miss learning new rhino commands from y'all that could have saved me hours. I'll miss book exchanges and pet therapy. I'll miss running from building to building before review that always somehow occurs during a torrential downpour. I'll miss noticing and absolutely calling you out on your quirks during presentations. I'll miss seeing y'all the morning of final review looking drastically different than not even 2 hours before. I've laughed my hardest and I've cried my hardest, but never alone. We've leaned on each other and been shoulders for each other through bad breakups, through wardrobe malfunctions and exchanged haircuts. And for some reason, people think our architecture skills translate into good haircutting skills. They don't. They really don't. We've lived a small but full and complete life together in the halls of Goldsmith and Sutton. We've not only found our own paths, but excavated, graded, laid the sand, laid the bricks, added the border, grouted, and ultimately paved our own paths. Some of us will become architects, but some will go into policy, some into development, and some to graduate school, because we can't imagine a world without academia. But no matter what we choose, we are unconditionally supportive of each other. I haven't known a group that is as talented and driven as they are encouraging until I entered the School of Architecture, but I'm not sad. I trust that no matter where any one of us ends up, our paths will cross, maybe in publication, maybe in projects, maybe in travel. But every single one of us is more than adequately prepared. We have an unfathomable amount of skills, but more importantly, we have the ability to learn and experiment while simultaneously dodging every single curveball that is thrown towards us. But we'll be put in positions of responsibility and trust because above all else, we have ideas. Our education was more than learning the hotkeys for Photoshop and Illustrator. Our studios taught us to think for ourselves and to explore our passions. We were taught to question and to express, to read and to respect, but that nothing is final, nothing is absolute. It's a miserable place to be when things are left so open-ended and subjective, but we love it because there's room for conversation, for creativity, innovation, and for a future that we can actually affect. And I know we will. Thank you, Class of 2020, and to our faculty for 5 impossibly challenging but spectacular years.
Hey y'all, my name is Olivia Green and I'm part of the 2020 undergraduate graduating class of interior design. And I just want to say congratulations to everybody. I can't believe we've come this far. I cannot believe that our 4 years are up, or however many years are up. We know we've all been working so hard for so long. I can't believe the time has come to leave. I'm super sad about it, but I'm very excited to see what we all do in the future. Regardless of the circumstances that we're in currently, I know it'll be over soon, and it'll be great, and this will all be in the past, and we'll just work on building a future for ourselves, and it'll be super exciting, so I'm glad. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my professors because you guys have been just amazing and influential throughout all of this time. So shout out to Charlton, Nerea, Ledesma, Tammy, Tara, Igor. Like, you guys have been very influential throughout all of my years here, and I definitely couldn't have done everything that I've done without you guys, so major thanks to all of you. I can't describe the feelings that I have. The only words I can think of are I'm just thankful and grateful for everything that God has given me and this university has given me, and all of my professors have been able to teach me. So it's been a very invaluable experience, and I can't wait to see what else I can do now that I have this UT education. It's just been amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and good luck out there, y'all. But we made it. Congratulations, class of 2020. Hook 'em horns.